Hi, welcome to Wealthy Mindset. My name is Oliver. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having a great day. In today's video, I'm going to cover AMC stock starting from April 14th and moving forward for the next few trading days. I'm going to analyze the graph to give you lows and highs. Now, quick disclaimer before I begin. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a professional. And everything I do share with you is just my opinion. It is not advice. So please do not buy or sell based off the information I give you or the opinions I do form. Please do your own due diligence and research before buying and selling. Now, if we get to the graph, there's a reason why I want to do a quick update. This is just going to be quick, is because we have a downward trend resistance line that I covered in the last video, but we just broke through it recently, which is a good sign because there's a potential that we could have a small run up. And you could even see here, so even though we dropped and spiked back up yesterday's trading day, which we closed at $8.84 on April 13th, pre-market is up right now, by the way. Even though we spiked up, we still got knocked down by the downward trend resistance line. And since we spiked up right now, past the moving average, MAC lines in the positive, I think we might have a small run up. And if you're somewhat optimistic that, yeah, it will go up, but it's going to get knocked down by resistance levels, you could get knocked down by this resistance level and start trickling down. Or even if you start going up, you might get knocked by these ones here and there, but I'm going to explain. Essentially, if you're optimistic, what I'm expecting is you go up and then you hopefully probably at least make it to this downward trend resistance line, which I'm going to talk about. You could expect it to break through, but I don't think it will. Hopefully it solidifies on this upward trend support line and starts stabilizing. That's what I'm expecting for. So I'm going to explain this. So there's a downward trend resistance line dating back since mid-March right here. So you can see it. And then this downward trend resistance line right here that we passed dates back since April 5th. Now there's this downward trend resistance line right here that dates back since March 25th. And it's going to be issues passing 919 in the earlier of the day, and it might start trickling down to the low 9s again. Now there is support at $9. And like I stated in the last video, if we break those levels, there is support in the $8 price point, but hopefully those levels hold. There's a chance that this downward trend resistance line can just start dragging us down over time to 760, 770 like I mentioned in the last video. And I hope we stabilize at that point if we do end up going down, if we don't break it in the time being, like going up right now like I mentioned, and start breaking it. But either way, I digress. Essentially what could happen is, or the resistance levels that we have is $9.19 right now with this downward trend resistance line. Then we have resistance at 1027, horizontal resistance, and then the moving average pretty much close to 940 for the most part, but we have horizontal levels, resistance levels, between the 940 to 950. I'm more concerned about passing 950, besides the fact that this downward trend resistance line might keep us down, but we need to pass 950. Once we pass 950, we have to pass 978, and it coincides with this moving average as well, which is at like 978 for the most part, 976, 978, 975, around there. Once we pass that, to meet this downward trend resistance line, if you meet it early in the day, it's around 1022 when I zoomed in and all that stuff. Plus, it as the day goes by the way too, it goes closer to like the lower 10s. But the issue is we have resistance between $10 and $10.12, quite a bit of resistance between their different levels. Plus at 1026, there's another horizontal resistance level. So passing this downward trend resistance line, I'm not too optimistic. Plus we could have false breakouts where we might like pass them, but we'll get knocked down at 1043, 1055 because we have resistance levels at those price points. Hopefully we do pass them. Hopefully everything goes up to the upside dramatically, but I think most likely if you're extremely optimistic, best case scenario, if you even disregard this downward trend resistance line, then best case scenario you could hope for is going up here and then getting knocked down and then solidifying this upward trend support line. So that way you can continue on the upside. That's what I'm expecting, hopefully, as an optimistic viewpoint though. What could easily happen though is, like I stated, could just hit this 1019, maybe even spike up to 1027 and then come back down and just follow this downward trend resistance line. Because keep in mind, there has been false breakouts, and then just basically it looks like it's continuing. So right here, downward trend resistance line, and then it just continued right about here. So we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't hold true and just spikes up. So that's pretty much it for the video. Just in case too, by the way, short positions are at 16% as of March 31st. Just recently got updated in terms of floated shares percentage. So there's that. And that's pretty much it. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you liked the video. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, consider dropping a like. Helps out the channel. Thank you so much for that. And if you do like this video or other stock videos or other financial videos, consider subscribing so you'll be notified the next time I do upload these videos or other videos. And if you do have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. And that's pretty much it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.